so much for being here. This means a lot to me. I wish I didn't need these, but I do. And so I do want to say a few words. It's only like 30 minutes, so. But first I want to say thank you. We do have some distinguished guests. I want to say I appreciate all of you. But you know how those elected officials are, right? So we have to. So, all kidding aside, thank you so much. Former State Representative Hector Uribe. We have Charlie Baird. I just saw him. So Charlie Baird is actually a former district court judge for the 299th Criminal District Court, but he's also former justice on the Criminal Court of Appeals, which is the highest criminal court. And now he's a good friend and supporter of defense attorney Baird Law Firm. And let me tell you all, he made me a better attorney. When I was a prosecutor, I'd see him coming like, oh, I better, double check the law because he was gonna make me be on my toes. But that's what you want, because that's what makes you a better attorney. And we have the Honorable Judge Kim Williams. She is County Court of Benign judge, and so she and I first met in we were together at the DA's office, and we became dear friends. And so we also have a candidate, judicial candidate. Where are you? Susana Castillo. Susana Castillo, remember that name. She's running for a civil district court, the 353rd, and you need to vote for her because we need more Latinas on that bench, on those benches, okay? So why me? Because representation absolutely matters, okay? The primary goals of the juvenile justice system: public safety, treatment, training, rehabilitation, with an emphasis on accountability and responsibility. But it's also providing for the healthy development of the children going through the system, okay? Contrary to popular belief, a referral to juvenile court can have long-term consequences, okay? Those juvenile records don't just go away. They don't just magically disappear when you turn 17, okay? And they can follow these kids for the rest of their lives. Can you imagine if we had to answer for what we were doing when we were 17? And you have to answer for something that you did before you even graduated high school? So what does the job entail? Well, as the judge of the 98th District Court, the juvenile court, and it has been such for 30 plus years, and it's going to remain that way, juvenile court. It is going to be my responsibility to engage families, balance the interest of the child with public safety, always balance the interest of the child with public safety, and remove, where appropriate, the taint of criminality from actions caused by these children, where appropriate. Why me? Because representation matters. In our own backyard in Travis County, in 2022, of all the referrals made to juvenile court, 84% were children of color. This is 2022, our own backyard. Of those, 50% were Latino. And yet, not one single Latino judge out of 4 judges that hear those cases, not one. It is the district court judge and her 3 associate judges. And there has not been any attorney of color hired as an associate judge since 2009, out of 4. Let that sink in. And this is despite the numbers. So why me? Because representation matters. Travis County leaders need to reflect the community they serve, right? And here in Travis County, 33% of the population is Latino, according to the U.S. Census, right, from 2022, so it might be more, right, next time we do it, okay? I'm pretty positive it's gonna be more, okay? And many of y'all already know, our votes matter, our buying power matters. Well, imagine our leadership, what it would bring to the table. Our leadership is just as important, and it is lacking in Travis County, and we need to change that. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
I would say please leave, but no. So again, why me? I'm gonna say this till everybody gets it. because representation matters, and nowhere does it matter more than in juvenile justice. Nowhere. What are we going to teach these kids? The system-impacted youth need to know, they need to see themselves reflected in the people deciding their fate. Our youth need to know that they matter, that they're not going to be dismissed. They're going to be held accountable, but they're not going to be dismissed. Or an afterthought, that somebody will remember that they are still children. Our immigrant population needs to know that they will be heard, they will be understood, they will be welcomed into this community. And for those of you that don't know, 17.14% of our population in Travis County is foreign born. Para los que no hablan el idioma, quiero que sepan que son bienvenidos y tienen nuestro apoyo. Al estar aquí, forman parte de nuestra comunidad. Que no se confunda la humildad con debilidad. Su voto es su voz y nuestro voto es nuestro poder. I want to talk about accountability. Feeling sorry for children going through the juvenile justice system, that doesn't do any good without action, without follow-up. They are paying attention to what we teach them. They need a chance to succeed. And in order to get that chance, we need to teach them what we want our own children to learn. If we're really serious about this and we want to treat them right, the way we want our children to be treated. That accountability and community safety matter, and that we all play our part in keeping our community safe, including them. Let's give them the tools that they need to have a fair chance at life. Not just to become productive members of society, but to flourish, to pursue their dreams. Not just to survive. Enough of survival mode. They already know that. They know how to survive. That's what they've been doing. That's why the majority of them end up in juvenile court. And that's why sometimes folks forget that they're children, right? Posturing, false bravado. That's teenagers in general, but with these kids, that's a way of life. And so with your support, we will see beyond that. All of us, we are all one community. And our collective voices need to be heard in unity. Some of us are still fighting to be heard. Some of us are still fighting to take a seat at the table. Take up those spaces where our voice is needed. So that's where our allies come in. Those of you that are already in those spaces, that are already fighting the fight, can help us achieve what we all know to be true. That we are strongest together. That we are safest together. Porque somos unidos en la comunidad. Because we are united in community. Thank you all.